Guys, this is Sanjay from FTC Team 7477, Super 7. Today, I'm going to be talking about sorting arrays in Java using the Arrays.sort method. So, if you've watched any of our previous videos about sorting, you would know that sorting is fundamental in programming. Instead of writing a drawn-out algorithm that's well over 30 or 20 lines of code, Java makes it pretty simple actually. This method's called Arrays.sort. And so in this video, we'll talk about how you can use it to sort any type of data. So let's start with explaining what is Arrays.sort. So Arrays.sort is a built-in method from the java.util package that sorts arrays in ascending order. It works for both primitive data types like integers and doubles and objects such as strings. When you call Arrays.sort, it rearranges the elements of the array in place, which means no additional memory is required to create a new array. This result is fast and memory efficient. Now let's actually code it. So as you can see, I have nothing in my IDE, so we're starting from scratch. First, we can import the actual package that makes this possible, java.util.arrays. Make sure to capitalize arrays, because uncapitalized arrays, it shows red here, which means that's not a valid package. Make sure to capitalize it. Now let's do our public class main, since that's the name of the file I'm working on. Now let's do our main method, public static void main string args, right? Alright. So now we're ready to go. First, let's initialize an array with just some random numbers, but they aren't supposed to be sorted in order, right? So let's have 5, 10, 9, 7, just random numbers. Oh, this is not supposed to be here. I'm sorry. Alright, so we have our array initialized. Now we can just simply call arrays.sort, and since we called our array arr, so now it's sorted, right? But if we run this code, it doesn't print out anything, which means we still have to print out the actual array. We can do this using this for loop here, one of the most common types of for loops in programming. Sorry, I spelled wrong. Alright, so now we can just print out using IntelliJ's built-in shortcut. Now we can just print out array of I. And if we run this, right? Now our array is fully sorted in an ascending order. Next, let's talk about sorting arrays of strings. Well, first of all, have you ever seen an algorithm that sorts strings? Probably not, right? But you can actually do it. So let's just have a string array, and we'll just have some letters actually no, I'll just do some random letters. And A, right? Some random letters. Well, now we can essentially do the same thing. Call arrays.sort of array, right? So you might be asking how it actually sorts it, considering there's no actual quantitative data to actually analyze here. Well, it sorts it in lexicographical order, which is essentially just the order you would find them in a dictionary. So if I extend this to full words, let's do some random words. Let's just complete them. And, right, so that's not how you spell apple. So we can do the same thing here. For and I less than, and I equals 0. I is less than array dot length. Keep spelling things wrong, sorry. And I increments by 1 each time. Now we can just print out using this built-in shortcut array of I. Alright, so let's print this out. See, it sorts it in alphabetical order essentially. So apple, control, juice, object, package. Well, you might be wondering how it actually works. Like, because it would be pretty hard to figure out the lexicographical order of all of these and sort them. So, for primitive types like integers and doubles, Java uses an optimized version of quicksort, which we previously covered. The optimized version is called dual pivot quicksort. The quicksort we have coded previously on this channel only has one pivot, but dual pivot quicksort makes the sorting process even more efficient. The average time complexity is about the same, but the memory is much better. It makes it much more suitable for larger arrays. So, but for objects like strings, Java uses a normal merge sort method. This is important for certain, Actually, no, Java uses a stable merge sort, and stability means that if two elements are in an array, their order will remain the same after sorting. And this is important for certain application names, and it like preserves their original order if they're tied, right? You may be asking, well, what about edge cases? So, edge cases are just like outliers. So, let's say if I have an empty array of literally nothing, it won't give an error. But for most modern sorting algorithms, it does in fact give an error. Similarly, if your array contains like duplicate values, they'll remain intact, but they'll just be next to each other. So this consistency makes Arrays.sort like a reliable choice for any sorting pathways that you want to do. So now let's summarize. To recap, Arrays.sort is a versatile method for sorting arrays in Java. It can be used for integers, strings, doubles, and other objects. This method simplifies the sorting process with just one line of code, as opposed to like lines of code around 40 to 50. Its efficiency and ease of use make it a favorite among experienced programmers and developers. Thank you for watching a Super Sound programming tutorial, and see you next time.